Hey, I'm Courtney Waterman, your tutor. Lover of anime, manga, and math. And you just tuned into another session of Tutor Me Senpai.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're jumping into a 10th grade topic, difference of sets. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'll be putting time codes in for this video in the description box below, so use that to skip ahead to whatever part of the video you think is most interesting. As always, if you have any questions about what we see today, or even on homework, you can always put in the comment box below, or visit my Facebook page, at Tutor Me Senpai, and tell me all about it there. At the end of this video, I'll be linking my 10th grade playlist in which I cover a lot more topics, so if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned. This video is going to have two parts, so leave a like, smash subscribe, and let's get started. On this channel, we've already covered a few different operations of sets, such as the union of sets, we have the intersection of sets, and we have the complement of sets, all of which you can find right up here if you need it. However, today we're going to be focused on the difference of sets. Now in math, if you hear the word difference of something, the first thought that may come to mind is subtraction. In order to find the difference of two numbers, let's say 5 and 3, you would need to subtract those two numbers. But does that mean that we can subtract two sets? Well, kinda. It doesn't work the same way you would for numbers, but you're going to be doing something along the lines of subtracting. However, before we jump into how to do that, let's focus on some notation for the difference of sets. So just like you see here for numbers, you have 5 minus 3. You can in fact write A minus B. This is the difference of two sets, set A and set B. You can do this, and this is the notation for the difference of these two sets. Once again, these are sets, so the minus doesn't operate the same exact way it would for numbers, but the notation is the same. However, there's another notation for the difference of sets. You can say A/B. Both of these notations mean the same exact thing, the difference of these two sets, A and B. So whatever one you see in a textbook, maybe online, maybe even in your class, know that they mean the same thing. Don't get confused. A minus B or this A/B mean the same exact thing. You're going to find the difference of these two sets. Okay, so we've covered notation. Let's jump into how we actually find the difference of two sets. Now there's three things I want you to keep in the back of your mind when you're trying to do the difference of sets. The first is the result is always going to be a set. You're never not going to have a set as a result of finding the difference between two sets. It's always going to result in a set. The second is, it doesn't matter how big or small your sets are. In finding the difference of sets, there's no such thing as a negative set. So you don't have to worry about any kind of signs. So you can have a lot of elements or no elements in your sets. It doesn't matter. Don't get hung up on how big or small your sets are. And the last, and not least, is going to be make sure you're thinking matching. Matching is going to be the key to finding the difference of sets. If you can match, you can find the difference of sets, no problem. So keeping all those three things in the back of your mind will make sure that finding the difference of your sets will be a breeze. So let's say we have these two sets, set A and set B. Set A is going to be the set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, while set B is going to be the set 2, 4, 6, and 8. We want to find A minus B, or another way of writing that is A/B. Remember, these two are going to be equal. But remember, I said that your result is always going to be a set, so you can put your curly braces here automatically. I also said that it's going to heavily depend on matching. Well, what are we matching and how are we matching? Well, notice, whatever set is your leading set, in this case is going to be A, that's going to dictate what you have to match. So if we're looking at A, we're going to look at everything in A and see if any of those are going to be in B. So A minus B says start with A and look at everything in A and take out anything that's also in B. That's how we're going to subtract or find the difference of these sets, A minus B. So we start with this first one. 1. Is 1 in B? No. So we can write it here. This is going to be in our result. Is 2 in B? Yes. So we take it out. We subtract it. A minus B, 2 is in both. We're going to subtract it. It's common to both of them. How about 3? 3 is not in B, so we can write it. How about 4? 4 is in B, so we're going to remove it. It doesn't get down here. We're subtracting it from our result. We don't want it. How about 5? 5 is not in B, so we can write it. We're not going to subtract it. It doesn't exist in B. How about 6? 6 is in B, so we don't write it. We subtract it. It's in both. And notice we don't even look at 8. It doesn't come into play because our leading set is A. We're only focusing on all the elements in A. And if they exist in B, we're removing it. So our final set is going to be the set 1, 3, and 5. That's what A minus B or A slash B is going to equal. The set 1, 3, 5. And it's going to be pretty much, like I said, everything that's only in A and not in B. So that was how you found A minus B. But what if you want to do B minus A? Are we going to get the same thing, or are we going to get something completely different? Now we want to do B minus A, which is going to look like this. What's going to be our resulting set? So we first start with B now. B is our leading set. We're focused on B. And we look at B and take out everything that's also in A. So 2 is 2 in A. Yes, so we don't write it. Is 4 in A. Yes, so we don't write it. Is 6 in A. Yes, so we don't write it. Is 8 in A. No, so we can write it. So this is going to be our result. The set 8. Notice that we didn't look at 1, 3, or 5 in this case because our leading set was B. The leading set dictates what you're going to be matching on. So notice the set B minus A is going to be very different from the set A minus B. They don't have to be related in any fashion. Just take them one at a time and treat them as completely different entities because they are. But what happens if we have a subset that we're trying to subtract? So instead of having this B, we want B to be a subset of A. And we want to do B minus A. What do we get when we have a subset that we're subtracting the full set from? Well, this set, B minus A, is going to be what? Now, this case, everything is in A. Remember, B is going to be a subset. B is going to be a subset of A now. Everything is in A, so you're going to remove everything. So the result is going to be this. It's going to be empty. Or you can just write the empty set. You can have the empty set. Remember, the result is always going to be a set. It doesn't mean that you have to have anything in the set. You can subtract B minus A when B is a subset of A. On that same note, let's say B was the empty set. Could you in fact do A minus B? What would that equal? This A slash B or A minus B? Well, nothing is in B. So if you're going to do A minus B and you're trying to find everything that's in A but also in B, well, nothing is in B. So the result is just going to be the full set A. So this is going to be how you find your difference of sets. So I hope you're able to follow along with today's examples, and I hope you now know how you can find your difference of sets. However, if you have any questions about what we said today, or even on homework, you can always put in the comment box below, or visit my Facebook page at Tutor Me Sempai and tell me all about it there. If you haven't done so already, remember to leave that like. It surely helps the channel by letting YouTube know that you found the video helpful. And if you found the video helpful, so can someone else. So hit the like, hit the notification bell, smash the subscribe button, and share this video with a friend. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I really hope this helped with your homework, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. I'm Courtney, this is your playlist, and this has been another session of Tutor Me Sempai.